Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back. I hope you are having a great day. In this video, we are going to review HomeWorx Holiday Wishes. If you missed it, I did upload 2 other candle reviews earlier today. I will link both of those reviews in the description box down below. One was of my Kringle Candle collab, which is called Vintage Pomander. And then I also uploaded my review of the Kringle Country Candle Holly Berry scent. So both of those will be in the description box down below. If they did not pop up in your subscription feed, you can find them down there. But yeah, I'm finally getting around to burning and trying HomeWorx Holiday Wishes. This is not a new scent for HomeWorx this holiday season. This has been out, I believe, at least a couple times in the past. Honestly, I never really paid much attention to this fragrance. And it's kind of silly because once I actually took a look at the fragrance notes, I was like, oh, this kind of has some orange pomander vibes to it. I should probably check it out. So I finally did order it from Homeworx.Shop earlier this year when it was released. It's not available at Homeworx.Shop anymore, but you can find this in a set of 2 from QVC currently. I feel like it doesn't have the best price point right now. Since we are pretty close to Christmas at this point, I'm guessing that potentially QVC might start dropping the price on some of these more holiday related candle items from HomeWorx. So you might be able to get it on sale in a few weeks. And maybe if you're, if you're not a seasonal burner, definitely have fun with it right away. But I would be the type to definitely put that away for next holiday season. However, might want to watch my review first before placing that order. So let's go ahead and get into the fragrance description. Let's chat about the strength and the throw and the overall burn. We've got some good things happening here with this candle, but we also have a few things that in my mind aren't super great. So let's start with the fragrance description. So the notes here read sparkling mandarin, fir needles, spiced clove, and frosted moss. So you can kind of see where this definitely has some pomander vibes to it. You have a citrus. In this case, it is listed as mandarin. You have the clove, and you even have that like kind of holiday tree note mentioned there with the fir needles. And then you have the addition of this frosted moss. And I gotta say, this is one of the few times where I feel like I just really don't like this blend. I think it's quite honestly the frosted moss that's ruining this fragrance for me, because if it was just the sparkling mandarin or like that citrus note with that hint of fir needles and the touch of the like spiced clove, I think we'd have a great pomander scent. But I think that the best attempt that Kringle has made with pomander up until this point has definitely been their orange clove. I reviewed that earlier. Actually, it was probably towards the fall even, because that one sold out pretty quickly when it was released on QVC. And it was one of the few times this year where I did place an order on QVC for a set of 2 candles. Now, one of those candles is actually going to my friend Fiona, so I still need to get this candle to her. She probably would like to enjoy that for the holiday season. So anyway, yeah, I feel like that is a much more straightforward orange pomander type scent. Unfortunately, I can't link that one. Like I mentioned, it sold out pretty quickly on QVC, which is a bummer because that was a pretty good orange pomander. But this, listen, that frosted moss, what the moss is coming across as to my nose is it definitely has like some earthiness to it. There is that kind of like almost dirt-like aspect, almost like you are out in the forest, you find some moss, you stick your nose in that moss, you're smelling, just the kind of mossiness, if you will, but you also smell that dirt underneath the moss. You get like a very earthy type of scent. And that is really the first thing that hits me when I've been burning this. And you'll be able to see once I give you guys an overhead shot that I'm literally at the end of this candle. I'm going to be finishing it today. So yeah, I kept waiting for that like moss note to kind of go away, or that like dirty, just earthy dirt note. I was hoping for that to go away and it just never did. Now there is some mandarin in the background. I can smell it. There's a citrus there. I can smell that little touch of clove. It's there, it's present. And I can very faintly smell the fir needles. But it's really the moss here that took over in terms of the fragrance. And this is not what I prefer my orange pomander fragrances to smell like. So for me personally, Holiday Wishes is a little bit of a miss. I know there's a number of people out there who really enjoy Holiday Wishes, and I don't want to necessarily scare you off from trying it, but for me, it just wasn't what I was expecting based off the fragrance notes. I wouldn't mind that touch of like earthiness if the other notes were more prominent, but I'm just not getting enough of the other stuff to make this something that really honestly brings me any kind of happiness when I've been burning it. I've kind of just been chugging through it because I was hoping to like hit like a fragrance, you know, like bubble or something in here that gave me something different, and it just never happened. So I think Holiday Wishes is just not the fragrance for me personally. Now, if Homeworx does come back with the orange clove next holiday season, I would absolutely repurchase that, and I would encourage you to pick it up as well, because it is a lovely pomander scent. It's much more straightforward, which is my own personal preference. All right, strength and throw. Now, here we're kind of going back to like, I didn't love the performance of this one in that respect, but also it's probably good that it wasn't super strong, just because like I said, I wasn't feeling the fragrance notes. So the strength of this, I'm gonna put at about a 5.5. Like, it was not even pushing a 6. If I put it in a hurricane, which I did once, it did amplify it slightly, but not enough to even push it past like a 6. So I think this one is just one of those pours that just is not, it's just not great in terms of strength of throw. The throw I would put maybe at like a 4. Really didn't travel very far at all. I could smell it in the rooms where I was burning this one, but thankfully it didn't really, you know, travel much outside of the space where I had it. And because this is a scent that obviously didn't jive with what I tend to gravitate towards, I was totally okay with the strength of the here. But that being said, I didn't have any issues with the wicks. The wax was the same kind of bright, creamy white color the whole way down. There was no sooting here. Like I said, the wicks were great. So it was a good performer in that respect, but in the other things, it just wasn't doing it for me. So this was a little bit of a regret purchase, but also I'm glad that I finally did try it, just to know that like in the future for me, like I don't need to waste my money with this one. So I definitely want to know your guys' take though. If you happen to love this one, definitely leave your thoughts down below. But let me give you just an overhead shot really quickly so that you can see. She has not pulled out completely since I lit it up to start this review. So you can see there's no discoloration on the side. I did not have to trim these wicks terribly often. They were kind of almost like the self-trimming ones. They didn't have a tendency to lean over or anything like that. They're good wicks. Like these worked great. So no issues with the wax, no issues with the wicks. My beef is with the fragrance and once again with the strength and throw. So yeah, anyway, there you have it. Again, I do want to know what your guys' thoughts are on holiday wishes. I know there's definitely a few friends that I have that do care for this one, so hopefully I didn't offend them too much with my thoughts on this one, but yeah, it's just, it's not the fragrance for me. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch these reviews today. I still have a few more holiday candles that I will still try to get burned before the end of December. And then if there's any left over beyond next week, I think I'm just gonna hang on to them until next year at this point. So sorry I didn't get through all of the stuff that I purchased, but that's just how it goes sometimes. Anyway, have a great rest of your day. Subscribe if you're new. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.